All right, so again, we've got another little snippet. Except for this time, it's a pretty big thing in my opinion. Um,
Huge.
Harden is opting out of his 47.3 million dollar player option with the Sixers. And when I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, he's not happy with the Sixers. Like, what's going on?" Um, but then I read more into it, and I realized that the reason he did that was actually to save Philly more money and to help them out to surround him and Joel Embiid with pieces they need to win a championship. So props to James Harden for doing that and being unselfish and taking a pay cut just to be able to try and win a championship. That's not something we've really seen, like an unselfish move from James Harden. It's kind of new. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. So what are your guys' opinions on that? Let's go Trent first.
Um, I mean, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head right there. I mean, he could have been like, oh no, I want to opt in. I want that 47 million. But I think I think everyone and their mom knows that the Phillies, what's been holding Philly back is their lack of bench play. Like
Yeah.
they have not had a deep bench since they've been good. Like they've spent a bag on retaining Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons and bringing in Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick all to start, and then you don't have a bench. Like their best chance to ever win a championship was the year they got ousted by the luckiest shot in NBA history from the
TJ, do you remember
Toronto
when I called
Raptors.
you right after that?
Yeah, I was watching with my mom. It was
I called
insane.
TJ right after David and was like, "Did you see?" He goes, "Yes, Alex, I saw it." Before he said even anything, he said, "Yes, I saw the shot," because he knew that's what I was calling him
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, but there was
That's
it was
wild.
it was a phenomenal shot, but it was also unbelievably lucky because it hit the bottom of the rim and bounced up. Like, how does that happen? Okay, but regardless, like I said, they have never had a decent bench like that. Like come playoff time, that's when you need to bench the most because you don't necessarily play everybody, but you got to be able to at least trust two or three guys on the bench to get you taking the playoffs. And they
Depth wins championships.
exactly, and they've never been able to have more than two, maybe, and that's a stretch. Like you've got to play Joel Embiid 48 minutes to even contend. Like it's just so for James Harden to do that because we know Embiid is not going to do that. That dude is going to get the bag and he deserves it. But I think especially at this point in James Harden's career, I don't think he's deserving of the 47 mil in the first place. So for him to be like, look, I don't want to take all that money away from what you could be paying, like your bench players. Like I think it was a good move and respect to him for for doing that and not being selfish with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I really like this move. I think that it shows because the biggest knock on James Harden's career is that he's unable to perform, or his team, not just him in general, has been unable to really do anything in the playoffs throughout his entire career. And the time where they got really close was the Rockets team with Chris Paul, and Chris Paul was injured, and I think they would have won that series, and they may have won the championship that year. But he was injured, and so that's part of the game, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So that's tough on him, but that's his knock. And so the fact that he's willing to do this to win a championship at this point, I really like it. I really like the move that it's going in, and we're gonna see what happens, what kind of deal he strikes up, and we'll talk more about it once we know more details. But thank you guys for paying attention. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you with some more news.